Need some new base ideas? Check out these designs at Town Hall 13. What's shaking, guys? It's Feldy bringing you another Clash of Clans video, and today I am getting into a couple different base layouts. Now, I'm gonna get you war base layouts because, well, that's kind of what I like to actually design. I do also like to do some farming, so we'll also do some farming for Town Hall 13 on the channel, but here's what I wanted to bring you. I wanted to show you kind of inside my bases and really some of the thought process that goes into making some of these war bases. Now, I will say that these can be 3-starred, okay? So don't hold me to an anti-3-star base. I think anything nowadays can actually be 3-starred, especially with Lava Loon. Super strong, but hear me out. I have a little bit of a tight core in here, which means I've got a multi-target Inferno, a scatter shot, one cannon, actually 2 cannons, 1 archer tower, minus of the Inferno, a Tesla, and the Eagle. Okay. My core is super tight. That's the one drawback to this base layout. But I will say I really do like this layout. I like the ingenuity. I like the channels that come down right here. It forces people, forces all the troops to kind of gravitate towards coming into the core, but they also are distracted by these other buildings. So you can see kind of why I put storages on the outside where I've got some of the units that I really want to protect. Now, I like to kind of keep my my black air mines, my seeking air mines inside the base. So you'll see a lot of the times they aren't on the outside, as you can kind of go around here. Now, I do have them out here. Now, that is one thing that I definitely would change, and I actually want to pull these inside. So I'm okay with having a couple red air mines on the outside here, but what I really want to do is keep my black seeking air mines on the inside, and the reason for that is because when people put down coconut loons, those black air mines go up and you lose them right away. So with that said, I'm putting those black air mines inside the core just a little bit further. That way I can either kill an E-Drag or a healer, because the healers are definitely tough to get around. I think that the healer is the #1 used unit in the game, and I feel like it needs a little bit of a nerf, to be quite honest with you. All right. So as you can kind of see, I have one of my Inferno towers over here set to single target. I have my other over on this side set to single, and I've got this one set to multi. Now, the reason I do that is because personally I have found that when I get attacked on my bases, they definitely have Lava Loon or E-Drags or Drag, and I feel like that single target Inferno helps my base drastically. Now, the only thing that I might do is swap my Air D and my single target Inferno. What I've learned is that my Air D is actually a little bit more valuable, so I actually might even do this. I might take my Air D, or Air Sweeper I should say, put that guy right there and put the Air Sweeper right yonder. And what I like to do with my air sweepers is have one pointing one way, the other pointing the opposite direction. Not necessarily 180, but 90 degrees counter to it. So that way, you know, an air attack that might come in from the top up here will have these 2 air Ds to defend, Expo, along with some splash damage. So if they're looking at air sweeper, that is always going to be a critical thing. I've got my multi-target Inferno for when they do come from the top from an air attack. So these are all things to think about when designing a base. So if you want to take kind of a nice little screenshot of this, you can pause it. You can kind of see how everything is. I'm just kind of scrolling back and forth. I do absolutely love this little zigzag to get troops in. A lot of the times people will earthquake that just to try to get out of that little zigzag because they know that that potentially is going to be treacherous for them. All right. The other thing that I really like to do is I try to keep my cannons on the outside, my archer towers more inside, because you want that air attack always on the inside core to try to last as long as possible. All right. That is that one, guys. I'm going to go back over to my war base layouts. Now, Swag Games Sniper Man, he just made this layout for me, and it is a very interesting layout. It is super tight, so I kind of had to do a little bit of rearranging and a little finessing, but you got to keep in mind he's more at a Town Hall 10 than a Town Hall 11, 12, or 13, so his placement is for sure one of those where he's creating more of a farming style base when he does these layouts. But I do like the in theory of what he's got going on. He's got 2 expos down here. He's got the cannon on the outside to try to lure some of those defense or attackers that attack defense first. We do have our queen on the outside, which I would not recommend, but it is an interesting theory because you could, in fact, be able to take out a couple of the attacking defenses. Same with the air sweeper right there. Depends on what you are trying to accomplish, right? So you kind of have a few of these little trash buildings around the outside, and you've got some corner builder huts. So it's a very interesting layout. We haven't tested this. I haven't even put up a challenge yet because I have to wait 24/7 or 24 hours to actually have it up. So it is just a very interesting concept in terms of having all multi-infernos, having your inferno kind of core is kind of what he was nicknaming it, because he loved having that Giga Inferno along with the other Infernos. The problem is a couple freezes or an Ice Golem inside a blimp that drops down totally freezes that area, and you know, hey, it is what it is, but you could give this base layout a shot. You do have kind of equidistant wizard towers all along throughout here, and then of course you've got your dark elixir storage down here for safety to help protect while the expos are shooting on them, while that scatter shot shoots on them, and then over on that side another scatter shot. And here is the final little wizard tower I was looking for him. I do like that the Teslas are kind of scattered throughout. There's not like a single farm of them. I've always thought that a single Tesla farm can always be a little problematic for a defender because it's really easily freezable, and then you can use a couple bowlers and just knock it out really quick. So there is that Inferno Core layout if you guys want to take a look at that. And then we've got one more that is kind of a modification onto what was being run in a lot of the clan wars right when Town Hall 12 came out. And it's kind of this compartmentalized base, but I did end up kind of switching it up. This kind of Tesla farm over here is fairly nice. I do have a couple of the traps. I did start to put all my black air mines kind of more into the core of the base than on the outside because of that coconut loon distraction. But this base overall, if you guys haven't seen it, you can quad quake this and really destroy it if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, then it's going to have a lot of issues because obviously you've got some crazy things going on. You've got all these little defenses that kind of are open and exposed. They're not within a wall, so people are going to be drawn to walking towards that are the attackers first for defenses. I do love the actual single target infernos. Is it bat susceptible? Absolutely, because you could freeze those two and get the get that wizard tower at the same time, but it is a risk that you take with this base because hopefully if they throw down the freeze, you've got other air Ds or archer towers that could help out. Of course, you've got some supporting wizard towers kind of triangulated all throughout here, so you've got you've got all that good stuff. So I did not mean to actually place that out. Let's put him back in. There you go. All right, so how did I just do that? I also, whatever, here. Okay. I'm going to discard that change, and I'm going to go right back into it so you guys can see. So if you guys want to copy this base, it is a super fun base. Let's go into photo mode, of course. Oops. You guys can kind of see everything right there. It's nice and beautiful. One of my favorite base layouts, but it is easily 3-starable with the correct army comp, so just be careful for any of these. I do have a feeling they would be 3-starable from a top-end level player, but for my purposes and for what you guys are playing, I really feel like this is a great little base tutorial, like 3 super stellar bases that you can rock out in war if you're a brand new Town Hall 13 and if you really like kind of having some fun. So alright guys, hope this helps you. Good luck in war from here on out, because CWL is over with. You guys are just going to be rocking out your new wars. We are right in the middle of one, so good luck with that. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Make sure you guys give this big like button a slam down there, and then tell your friends about me. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers. I will give a baby dragon plush away to the 1,000th subscriber. Sorry to those who already are subscribed, but I really want to get up to the 1,000 subscribers. So keep on rocking until next time, guys. Feldy, peace.